Hi everyone, I'm Catherine. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, Catherine's Plates, where it's always simple, easy, and delicious. Today I am going to be reviewing for you guys this Accu Slim Sous Vide Immersion Circulator. Now, my husband and I have always wanted to be able to sous vide steak. So this is our opportunity. I got this brand right here for my husband for Christmas, and we're super excited to try and see if we can sous vide. It's supposed to be really simple, really easy, and the food is supposed to be very restaurant quality, delicious. All right, so if you're ready, I'm going to go ahead and unbox this for you, and we're going to walk through the 9-step process that they say will make that restaurant quality steak. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so I went ahead and took this out of the package. Now it comes in a styrofoam case like this, and on the back there's a little groove here, and it has our manual on how to cook it, what to cook, and how long, and the temperature of the water, and all of that good stuff. Alright, I'm going to flip it over here, take the top off, and it's just one unit, y'all. And it has the cord to plug in. Alright, this is the unit right here. I got it upside down, so there you go. Alright, so this is the clamp that you're going to put it into the pot, and it's going to clamp onto your pot, like that. And this is where all the water flows in and out of to get warm and get to the temperature that you're looking for. And then up at the top here, that is where we're going to control everything that happens. The temperature, the timing, and the mode is all on here. Let's go ahead and sous vide the 9 steps. Alright, so the first step is to get your pot. Now you're looking for a deep pot that this will be able to clamp onto. Alright, so the clamp of this must fit over your pot and then be able to tighten. There you go. And then you tighten it onto your pot. Now, okay, it does not have to touch the bottom of your pot, okay? We're not looking for that. So it could be hanging there, and that's fine. Or you can use your Instant Pot sleeve, which I have right here. And then what you do is, since the Instant Pot is a heat conductor, you can put your sleeve into there and then clamp it onto your Instant Pot. This is an Instant Pot brand of sous vide, so it will fit. And then it's attached in there like that. Okay, now you just got to figure out which one you want to do. Now, if you're going to use just a regular pot that's, that's deep enough, then make sure that you're using like the bottom of a pan, a mat, anything that's a heat conductor and won't, get too hot your surfaces. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to use this right here because I'm going to be doing 2 steaks. That was step 1, and that was step 2, was attaching it to your pot. And then you just want to make sure this is plugged in to your outlet. All right, so step 3 now is to fill our pot up with water. Now, on the unit itself, there's a minimum line and there's a maximum line. So you want to stay in between those 2 lines. And then just keep in mind that when you put the food in here, it'll raise that water level, all right? So you can kind of stay above the minimum just a little bit, add your food, and then see if you need to add more water. All right, so the next step is to start preheating our water. And so what you want to do up here on the control top is to set your temperature and the time. Now, I am using 1-inch steaks here, and these are ribeyes. And so then you would just look on your cooking manual right here and find what you're going to cook and how done you want it. We're going to be doing a medium today. So based off of the 1-inch medium, we're going to be cooking it for 1.5 hours. So the temperature that it suggests for medium is 140 degrees. So hit your mode button here, and that's flashing at 133 degrees. So we're going to go ahead and use the plus button. 140 degrees. All right. It's 69 degrees right now, if you can see that. All right, so you can see that it's now 70 degrees and the water is starting to bubble, all right? And that's what it's going to do until it gets to 140 degrees, and then it's going to give us 3 beeps when it's done and at that temperature. All right, so the step 5 is preparing our food. Now you want to take your steak and you want to season it with whatever you like to season it with. Now my husband, he likes cracked black pepper, so there's plenty of it on there. And then we're going to put some pink Himalayan salt on here and crack that on there. And then I'm going to put on some Montreal steak seasoning. Now to kind of get that all to stick before I flip it over to do the other side, I'm just going to use my little mallet here and just kind of beat it in there a little bit. All right, I'm going to flip my steaks over and do the other side. You can either use sealing bags, which are really good, or you can use freezer bags. So what we're going to do is place each piece of meat in its own bag. You don't want to put them together. So I'm going to open up a bag here, and then carefully just place my steak into it. And then what you want to do is try to get as much air out as possible. Y'all, we are really excited about this one. We've been wanting to sous vide for quite a while. Okay, and it's not just for steak, it's for chicken, it's for fish, you can do vegetables, y'all, you can do eggs in here. It's just amazing what you can do to sous vide. All right, we got those ready to go. Now, you want to make sure you get a clip like this. If you are using a freezer bag, I suggest you get a clip that will hold your bags out of the water at the top so that the water doesn't get into the bag through the top, all right? Now, if you're using a sealing bag, then you don't have to worry about that. I'm waiting for my water to get to that temperature, and then we'll be right back when it does. So now we've reached the 140 degrees. It beeped 3 times at us, so what we're going to do is go ahead and put the meat in. All right, so I'm going to take my steak and put it in the water, submerge it in there. I'm going to clip it with a bulldog clip to the edge of the pot here. And I'm going to do that with both steaks. Now, when you do these separately in separate bags, they're 2 different units, and so they'll cook faster. If you put them both in the same bag, the thing is going to think that it is one piece of meat and it's a bigger size, so it'll cook longer. So keep that in mind. All right, so they are both submerged in there really good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to work on the timer at the top of our unit here. All right, so I'm going to hit the mode button timer, then I'm going to take it down to an hour and a half. There we go. I'm going to hit the start button. All right, so the timer has ended, so what we're going to do is go ahead and pull the bags out of the pan here. Now, I just took a small pan here and I just lined it with some paper towels. All right, I'm going to take out one of the packages here. Then I'm just going to use some tongs, pull the meat out. I'm going to lay it on the paper towels to kind of dry it a little bit. Because the next step, what we're going to do, what it suggests to do for that restaurant quality meat is to put it into a pan and sear it on high heat. So that's what we're going to do. And all I'm going to do right now is just kind of blot off a little bit of the liquid. So when we put it in the pan, you know, it's not going sizzling everywhere, right? So now what we're going to do is I'm going to go over there, I'm going to heat up my pan, and then we're going to place this in there and give it a nice crust on it, like a restaurant. All right, so I've got my cast iron skillet on a kind of a medium, and we're just kind of like bringing it up to temperature. And I'm going to add some butter, about 2 tablespoons of butter. And then when it starts really sizzling, we're going to add the steaks. All right, I'm going to adjust my heat to about a medium high now that we got it up to temperature. Ooh, that sizzle sounds good, doesn't it? We're going to go ahead now and start putting our steak in. All right, we're going to leave them alone for a few minutes and let them get nice and seared on one side, and then we're going to flip it over to the other side and get a nice crusty sear on that side. Y'all, it smells amazing. It does. Oh my goodness. I'm going to go ahead now and peek on this side a little bit. Oh yeah. Flip it over. Look at that. Right, I'm going to take them out of the pan and I'm going to lay them on a cutting board and let them rest for a few minutes before we slice into them. All right, y'all, it was too much to ask that I get the first bite. It was his Christmas present from me, so he wants the first bite. So we're going in.
That's enough for me. What are you going to do?
Did y'all see the nice board here? Oh, look at that.
Okay.
Okay, he's eating onion. Go figure.
Nice and tender.
Is it tender? Oh, I saw him cut that like butter.
Like butter.
Like butter.
Sorry, you Yankees.
All right, just came out of the cast irons. Flow a little bit.
Oh man, that's good.
While the steaks were resting on the cutting board here, I put some big slices of onion into that cast iron while it was nice and hot and cooked those down just a little bit. So that's what he's cutting into right now.
Uh-oh.
Here comes our dog. Here comes our beagle. What is going
no.
on? She'll come over here on my side.
That's where she's going.
Yep.
She knows the soft touch in the family. And it ain't me.
All right, so tell us, is it restaurant quality?
Mm-hmm.
Is it more tender than you would have done on the cast iron yourself?
I'm going to say yeah. Because of how thin it is. It'd be hard to cook it and not get overcooked and tough when it's so thin. If it was a thicker piece of meat, I could do it in a cast iron. But this is really good. Good flavor.
Ooh, that onion right there.
Mm.
All right, what do y'all think? Nice board set up there.
Mm-hmm. Good.
All right, do I recommend this? Absolutely. Was it everything we thought it would be? Absolutely. It was fun to use for sure. You saw how easy it was.
Works nicely. Steak's more tender than the onion.
While he's eating away. Thank you so much for coming to my show today on reviewing this Accu Slim Sous Vide Immersion Circulator. Now this is by Instant Pot. I'm not affiliated with them in any way, but I do have a link down below in the description box if you want to check it out. All right, give me a thumbs up on my review today. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and that bell notification so you'll always know when all of my shows, like this one here, are posted. All right, I better get out of here or I'm not going to have any steak to eat myself.
I can eat them both.
See you later.
Bye.